time. Something has got to happen because we can no longer go down the path that we're going down. This country won't last another 6 months. This country won't last another 12 months if something doesn't happen. So it's time to flip the switch. It's time to get involved. It's time to move the line forward. And if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. So I don't care what flip the switch is. I don't care if that means that all of this nonsense is nonsense, or if some of it's true. All right. Good evening and welcome, everybody. Welcome, Warriors, World Patriots, my fellow Americans. My name is Mike. I'm the host of Liberty Warrior. Give me liberty or give me death. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. And it is time to stand up and flip the switch, folks. It is Tuesday, January the 11th, 2022. How's everybody doing tonight? We're back on air on the big show on prime time, baby, and I'm loving it. Had a great day. It's been a long day, actually. Got a little down in the old energy before about, I don't know, hour and a half ago. But I'm up. I'm ready to go. Shane's going to join us here in a minute. What do you guys think of my new background? This is War Machine's creation. I thought it was pretty cool to include our military and our first responders Really an amazing background, and Alan helped me put it into the software so that it looks good, looks cool. And thank you so much to War Machine. Thank you so much to Alan for all you guys' hard work. I got a few announcements that I want to make here for just a minute. Tracy, I hope you got my text message, sister, because that's not who you think it was. So just letting you know about that. I've seen them in the chat lots of times. All right. First and foremost, Tracy, the mods are going to be dropping a link in chat here. Well, probably in the next couple of minutes. So Red from Red Step Stacker, he was on Saturday night. Egg, what is it called? Egg Face, Alice and Intel Land. He was on with us Saturday night. It was a lot of fun spending some time with Red. He has made a video showing you guys how to get involved and file complaints on the FCC. Okay, so they're going to drop that link in chat. If you guys want to grab it, you can watch it later, whatever. But that's he put that out for you guys, so we thought we'd share it tonight and just have a great time and conversation with Shane. And tonight's title is Fighting the MSM. That's kind of what Red was talking about, what he's proposing for everybody to get involved. So check that out. For those of you who are interested in Podbean, I got some records to talk about. But first, I want to tell you that Denise, my producer, has booked for January 17th. She has booked Red and Snafu at the same time on January the 17th on Podbean. Now, you can also catch us on Spotify. You can also catch us on Amazon Music, other platforms coming soon as well. But you want to talk about fireworks. We've got Red and we've got Snafu all on the same show on Podbean on the 17th of January. So don't miss that show. I'm telling you. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got some other things I'm working on too to try to maybe alleviate the issue with the ceiling that we have there, a cap at 500. But I'm working on it. But even if you can't catch it live, you can download it and listen to it later. But having Red and Snafu Scott on at the same time, I don't know what to expect. So anyway, that's just a small announcement. We're breaking records on Podbean. We're now up over 5,600 on subscribers, and that's just on Podbean itself. I don't know how many we have on Spotify or Amazon Music, but thanks to you guys, the listeners out there, for helping push that. We're getting more and more shares. I see it popping up on Facebook. It's truly amazing getting that message out and building our network here on Podbean. It is. It's crazy, to be honest with you, because guess what? I got a message today, later this afternoon, and I've been telling you guys we've been climbing the charts. So Podbean has a section for all of the top podcast. It's called the Top Podcast. All right. We were in the top 100 for the news podcast, but now with your help, we have just moved into the number 10 spot on the top podcast on Podbean. And that is all glory to God. Praise be to God for all the stuff that he's doing here on LWN. And thank you guys so much for being part of that, for the record breaking, for sharing us out, sharing us with family and friends. But yes, we are now number 10 on the top podcast on Podbean. So, I mean, really, truthfully, you can't ask for anything more. Except for maybe number 1, but we'll keep working at it. So anyway, let me bring Captain Finger in. How you doing this evening, Shane?
I don't know. No one's told me yet, and I ain't been listening.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll tell you. You're doing well. How's that?
Thank you.
Woo woo.
Nice seeing y'all. Got to go.
Oh, it's just it's gonna be another amazing night. I'm looking forward to having conversation with you, Shane, and then we'll drop the link and give people an opportunity to call in and talk. And we're gonna talk about fighting MSM and the lame stream. I like to call them, instead of mainstream, I like to call them LSM, lamestream media. The liars in charge out there in social media and all the other media platforms. It's a constant battle with those guys, and we're not going to give in. We're not going to quit. So we've been breaking a lot of records lately. I've been putting out headline hits. If you guys haven't catched headline hits yet, I don't know. I enjoy doing it. A lot of people enjoy me doing it, and it's a lot of fun. Put out a lot of information in a short amount of time. Of course, only like LW can deliver it, and I get in trouble for that sometimes because my emotions kind of rev me up, and then I'm full throttle.
Well, it's easier to talk when you ain't got to figure out what to say so you don't get booted. Things
Yeah.
go just smoother.
Yeah, that's same with Podbean. We don't really have to think about it. We can just talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think we'll go ahead and just open in prayer, and then we'll get started with the conversation. We are working on, just so you guys know, I've been I got an email that Tara sent me before the show. I got to reach back out to him and talk to him, but it looks like there's some people that want to help donate, maybe for some more. I know we're going to do a coin giveaway this month, but it looks like we might have some more donations. I got to check on that just to make sure. But for those of you who don't know how to get involved on the coin donation, it's anybody who is still a subscribed member to channel 2 and 3, and anybody who's ever put a super chat in for the month of January qualifies you for the coin giveaway. So Shane, if you can take the helm for just a minute, I got to pull something out of the oven and I got to grab it quick.
I couldn't figure out what the beeping was. I was going, man, I'm going to step away and see if that's out in my front yard. So anyway, how y'all doing this evening? Thank you for all the hellos. Yeah, anybody that wants to put in a donation, $2, $1 or more, everybody this month, we'll take it up till, I'm sure Mike will give a date. We'll take it up to then. We'll do another, we'll give some more coins away. Sorry, it's taking a little long to get them out to everybody, but it takes time. And, you know, it just costs money to insure them and put them in the mail. And so it's just one of those deals, but we'll get them to everybody. I know the first rounds I sent out, they finally got them last week, and that was from Christmas. So it just takes a while.
The ones that I sent out are just starting to show up too. I know I saw one in the chat the other night. I think it was Crystal. Crystal said she finally got her coin that I sent her, and I sent hers out, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or longer. So I have to certify those and make sure. You got to be careful when you send stuff like that in the mail. So I try to make sure it's certified, so somebody has to sign for it, so we know. Thank you, Carol Z, for the super sticker. Appreciate it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pray us in, and then we will we'll get started. And I see your comment there, Scad Warrior 2. Just email me, reach out to me. And I did receive your text message the other day, Scad. I just have been so busy I haven't got back to you, but I do plan on having that conversation with you. Mondays and Tuesdays are so busy for me, so either Wednesday or Thursday when I have a little extra time, I'll be reaching out to you, Scad, and we can have that conversation, because I have no problem helping you out, trying to show you the ropes on that stuff. So if you don't hear from me by Thursday, give me a call, because that's a short day for me, and I'll have time to talk to you. We need to pray for Hawk tonight and Chabal. I talked to them earlier today, so I'm going to go ahead and just open us in prayer. Dear Heavenly, okay, and remote too. Thank you, Angela. I'll pray for remote too. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come to you tonight to have great conversation, Lord, I just ask that our brothers and sisters out there, that you will protect them with a hedge of protection and keep them safe, keep them healthy, Lord. I pray for our brother remote. I do not know what's going on or what the issues are, Lord, but you sure do. And we love remote. He is a brother. He's always been here for us, Lord. So we just pray that your healing hand touches him and lifts him up, whatever the case may be with the remote, and just keep him safe and from harm, and just bring him back and refresh him and renew him. Lord, I pray for my brother Hawk as well. When I talked to him this morning, he had a little bit of a cough. Didn't seem like he was feeling all that well. I know he's been doing some very long broadcasts, and he's just drained, Lord. So I just pray your healing hand to touch Hawk right now, to lift him up, to raise him up, and to recharge his batteries, Lord. Heal him and bring him and restore him back to new. Lord, I pray for my brother Chabal tonight, Lord. I had a phone conversation with him, and there is in his future some mandates that they're going to try to maybe enforce upon him and his job, Lord. I just pray right now that your protection is around Chabal, Lord. I gave him the advice to reach out through our webpage to the Affidavit Mamas so that they may help him fill out proper paperwork to fight this tyranny, Lord. And I just pray that he has the understanding needed to fill those papers out. And Lord, we just pray over his job right now that they cannot take it from him and that he is blessed and his family is blessed. And I pray this in the name of Jesus. Amen and amen. All right.
Mike, you might want to look on your laptop and scroll that up a little bit to the chats. There's two things in there you really want to see.
Two things I really want to see, huh? What am I looking for?
You'll know them when you see them.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for the super chat. And it says, "Hey, Mike and Shane, cold here, Burr, Boston." I remember Rhonda. She's called in once at least, and maybe even twice. And I love your accent, Rhonda. I'm going to drop the link tonight if you want to call in later tonight and tell us how cold it really is in Boston. I'd love to compare temperatures with North Dakota, because thank the Lord I don't live there any longer, but it is cold. And Irene Walker, thank you for your, I believe it's a super sticker. I hate to read those super stickers because they're cool, but they don't sound cool when I read them.
Read it anyway.
I think I think there was another one that just went by real quick in the chat too. Let me grab it. Thank you, BX. BX, for your super chat. Appreciate that too. So all of you wonderful people, just thank you so much. Every dime helps in running this operation here, and we do have expenses, internet, power bill, and a bunch of software that I pay for monthly. So all of those donations go toward that and helping us keep this thing rolling on. And it gives me the ability also to expand, to do more shows. Now we're doing devotions 5 days a week, now 6 days a week. It allows me to do headline hits, which we do 5 days a week. We have the big show here, which is I do it 4 days a week, but we have it 5 days a week because ladies' night. And then it also allows me to do Podbean 3 days a week as well. So just a lot of stuff that this money, just so you know, goes toward to just keep good, wholesome content here on the internet so that you guys can share it with your family and friends. And yeah, sometimes I know I can be a potty mouth sometimes, and I'm really working hard on that. The last couple of days, I kind of been wound up, and so Mary gave me some great advice today in the meeting, and I'm gonna take Mary's advice. Oh no, she just gave me a really good idea, and I'm gonna do it because it can really just keep me aware of my surroundings. So we'll just call it that. But yeah, I'm gonna drop the link here in a little bit. Give you guys an opportunity to call in and have discussion with us. Hello, Papa Two Bears. Haven't seen you for a minute. Good to see you there in the chat. I like him too because he's always Papa Two Bears always got a lot of good wisdom that he shares, and I really appreciate that. So Shane, fighting LSM, fighting lamestream media.
Before we start with that, let me address something real quick. There's a couple people asking about my show on Sunday. I didn't do a show Sunday. I'd got a hold of some bad chicken, and it caused me to miss the bathroom really bad all day. So I spent my day making sure it wasn't lonely. So anyway, Sundays was I'll have one this coming Sunday. So anyway, go ahead, Mike. I apologize.
Yes, a lot of people liking your show, Shane, and they love your sister too. They're starting to fall in love with her. And it's just something, it's a really laid back show for Sunday evenings when we're all bored and there's nothing to do. So they miss you when you don't come on. And I'm sure a lot of them would like to see you come on more than just once a week. I know Shane can't go 7 days a week. It's hard on anybody who tries to do 7 days a week. Hell, I did 7 days a week on the big show for what, 8 months straight, Shane? And you were right there with me. And it wasn't easy, and it was some long hours, right? So we cut that back, and then I just added more to my schedule.
Yeah, but we put them all in one day. We're already working that day anyway. So long as we keep them in the same day, we're okay. And if I go to more days, which I probably will, it's going to be the same day that we're working all day long anyway. That way it's my day's done, it's done. And then my days off are still my days off. So other than Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra K, for the super sticker, I believe is what that is. There it is. It's a little fox and fireworks. So thank you so much for that. You guys are really helping out.
Absolutely.
To address the chat, I didn't know that Ken Carson needed any prayers, and if somebody had reached out to me, anyone, even you in the chat, said, "Hey, Ken needs prayers," I have no problem praying for my brother Ken. So I don't know what that little hiccup is there, but I have no ill will toward anyone. So thank you, Melinda, for the super chat. How do we donate our product to monthly drawing? Just email me, Melinda. Put attention monthly drawing on the email in the subject manner, and we'll email you back. And I think my friend's I gotta talk to her. I know she's listening right now too. I don't want to put her on the spot, but a lot of people love that rug that she made last month. Hint, hint. They really love that rug. So we'll see what we have for the drawing at the end of the month. Now, we don't have any holidays this month. So how many days are in January? Let me see real quick before I misspeak.
At least 30.
31 days. Yeah, at least 30. So 31 days. So we will have the drawing this month on January 31st. Okay. Thank you, Patriot Missile, for the super chats. It says, I wanted to thank you, Mike, for inviting us into your beautiful family church. It was absolutely amazing and truly needed that. Amen. You're most welcome, Patriot Missile, and everybody to join us Sunday mornings for service. I still have not made up my mind where we're going to be this Sunday, if we're going to be back here in Idaho, or if we're going to take a trip to Indiana and spend Sunday morning with Hank. I still got to work those details out with him and make sure it's a go. And if so, we may spend Hooch Pooch says she's going to make more. Awesome. Yeah, I saw Rage in the Cage. He actually emailed me the other day, and I had a phone conversation with Cage. So he's trying some things over on Rumble, and we need to support him. Anybody who likes Rage in the Cage, he's a brother. He puts out some really good information. I think he's trying to make a go at it over on Rumble. I've watched the last couple of his videos. They're actually really good, like usual. So, man, I'm getting kind of off of subject here with trying to interact with chat and remember everything I'm supposed to be saying here.
It's okay, man. I mean, this is important. Chat comes first, man, because if it wasn't for chat, we wouldn't have a channel.
Yeah, that's true. And it's nice to interact with you guys. You know, maybe one of these nights, I know a lot of other people do it, Shane. Maybe one of these nights we just do a show where we just try to answer questions in the chat.
Yeah.
Probably not tonight. Yeah, probably not tonight, but we'll just we'll do a night where we just focus mainly on chat and answer questions out of chat. And we'll see. I'm not sure. I think it's Indianapolis, Indiana. Or is that? Am I in the right state with that?
I
think
think
it's
so.
Indianapolis, Indiana, I believe is where Hank is, or somewhere very, very close to that. So that's where we may be this Sunday. Again, I got to just work those out with Hank and make sure that he's got the capability of doing it, which I'm pretty sure he does. And people are saying chat tonight.
That's up to them.
Well,
If that's what you want to do, I
well,
don't care.
all right. I'll tell you what. If you guys want us to just focus on chat tonight and try to answer some questions out of chat, and throw a 1 in the chat so we know. We'll make it a mob rule here. Whoever, if we got enough 1s there, we'll just talk to the chat tonight. I don't have a problem with that. I got some things that I do want to put out there, and we'll take some live calls maybe as well. But I'm just getting kind of lost in conversation here. So help me out here, Shane. I can't remember what I was saying.
That's all right. They're fixing to tell us what to say.
Yeah. Well, if you guys missed it yesterday, I had Jeff B on with me on Podbean, and so we did the 3rd episode of how Mega began. We also had, what night was that, Shane? That it was, well, it was supposed to be me, you, Johnny, and Jeff B, but your phone died, so it was the 3 of us, and then you were texting me. Was that Saturday night? I believe that was Saturday night.
Yeah, I
We had
think
like
so.
an afterglow. So we did another one. We had another one that we did with Jeff B on Saturday night and John E. That was a great show. It was called, I think it was titled The Rothschild Bank is what the title of that Podbean is. And listen, if you guys are having issues with Podbean, you can't find it or download it or whatever, you can find us on Spotify and Amazon Music as well. You can download us there. It's just as easy to find us there as well. And they're all over the place. So if you guys want to join us there, you can.
Yep.
I don't know, Shane.
There was several ones in there, so it's your call, man.
I know. Well, the problem with trying to answer questions from chat is it goes by so stinking fast. But I'll do my best. Chat goes by at about 100 miles an hour, and I've even slowed it down. I don't know how the mods do their job sometimes.
Well, they do a good job, so they're quicker readers than us, man.
All right. Well, let's start off with a discussion real quick about fighting LSM,
Okay.
and then we'll jump right to the chat and answer some questions and look at some comments. Is that a compromise for you?
There you go. That'll work.
Okay. All right. So fighting LSM, Lamestream Media, is now one of our tasks, folks, and we have to stay the course. Okay. I've talked about it a few times on Headline Hits, where CNN, Communist News Network, is hurting really, really bad right now. I think I'm probably going to get the number wrong, but I want to say it was somewhere around 74, 78% of their viewers they've lost. That is a huge number. Fox News has taken a huge hit, ABC, CBS. All of the lamestream media channels are definitely on a downward spiral since Trump left office. And it's also not just because of him, but it's because of you. It's because of our viewers. It's because of our listeners. It's because of other patriots across America who have made a conscious decision that we will no longer support these news outlets. We're not going to listen to the BS coming out of the lamestream media, and they are all looking for alternative sources. Now, Liberty Warrior Nation Network, which we added an in on it at the first of the year because we are a network. We're becoming a network. We're trying to put out wholesome broadcasting throughout the day. It's not just one show a day. It's multiple shows a day. We are a network. We are just one of many other sources, alternative sources out there that you guys can find. I know a lot of you know who they are. There's a ton of them out there to choose from. Stu Peters is one. He's really good. You've got the Hodge twins. You've got Diamond and Silk. Is it David Harris Jr.? I believe it's David Harris Jr. I might have his name mixed up, but I think you know who I'm talking about. So all kinds of alternative news outlets out there. And I was also told a couple of days ago, and you'll have to remind me later, Shane, to check out Frank's speech, because Frank's speech, I guess, has kind of caught a little bit of traction and doing a little bit better. Louder with Crowder. That's another good one as well. Mike Adams show. Yes. See? So you guys, Ricky Rebel. So you guys are already finding those alternative sources out there, and we want to become the news. And I don't mean just LWN. I mean like-minded patriots out there want to become the new news source for you guys. And I know a lot of them, including myself, are working really hard to make that happen. There's a ton of them out there. You can pick them, whatever your flavor. But we have a lot of choices out there. So Right Side Broadcasting is also another one I really enjoy watching. They do, in my opinion, one of the best jobs out there. And I hope to someday be considered in their realm of broadcasting because I think they do a really good job. They're very professional. And I want to sit at the table with those guys and look them across the table in their eyes and know that we're equals, because I strive to be the best. I strive to do the best I can. And I'm very hard on myself. These guys can tell you that I pick myself apart worse than anybody possibly could. When other channels out there try to pick me apart, I just laugh, because there's no worse critic than myself when it comes to anything that I put out. They can't even come close to what I hold a standard for myself. So fighting this means a lot of just turning the radio off, turning the television off, and not watching these guys and not supporting them at all. And that's another reason why we took the platform Podbean and went to podcasting, because to me that's the radio, that's the radio waves, airwaves. It gives you something to listen to while you're driving down the road when you would be listening to the radio or listening to the news. You can catch us over there on Podbean. So we're trying really hard to just figure this all out. Shane is my partner. Shane is 50-50 here at LWN. And we've got some great people behind us, some great people helping. And Shane and I are constantly pushing. I push hard, and Shane pushes hard in other areas. So Shane takes care of all the merchandise and stuff like that. Go ahead, Shane.
Mike pushes hard and I push hard, but I'm usually pushing back on Mike.
Yeah, somewhat. Thank you for the super chat, John Estabrooks. He is our brother, and he says Fox Primetime just had a doctor on who shared news we put out on LWN podcast 6 weeks ago. 500K Americans could have been saved with early treatment. So thank you for sharing that super chat with us, John. Yes. Listen, John and I do a series on Podbean that is called, and I can't say all the words, but it's called Uncovering the Vacation. Uncovering, man, I can't even hardly say it having to talk in code. That's why I love being on Podbean. I don't have to talk in code. It's basically uncovering the vacation information. So if you guys want to know more information about the vacations, catch John and I over there on Spotify or Amazon Music or Podbean, and you can catch that information. I think we're on episode 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 by now. So we've got quite a few of them under our belt, and thank you, John, for being part of that and helping us out. So when we're talking about fighting LSM or lamestream media, I feel like I'm doing a freaking commercial.
A bad infomercial.
Mm-hmm. Very bad, but that's all right. I get through it. I got my honey water tonight. My voice is kind of taking a beating for all the stuff I've been doing lately. But what else can we do to fight this, Shane? What are some other ideas for people besides finding alternatives and just not giving these guys any of our time. What else can we do to fight this?
Well, first thing would be turn off your TV. Second thing is if you don't know who to go watch, ask around and go and see. And if you find somebody on the internet that looks good and it feels good, see if they're putting out the truth. And it's easy to tell if they're putting out the truth or they're doing their best to put out the truth. Just ask around, see how many followers they have. Just kind of read their, usually below they've got comments. Just read the comments. They'll tell you a lot. And if you see a lot of bad comments under them, just see what they say. Sometimes you may think they're great and you read the comments and they're going, this is old news, or this is reshared news, or this is junk. And you can, make your own decision then. I can't tell you who to follow, because then if I watch one that's silly but I watched a really good episode, and then you go watch the next one and it's junk, then I'm the bad guy. So just be careful, and as long as they're putting out good stuff and you're happy with it, that's what I do, because it's got to be better than what's on TV.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Here's a good question from Beth, Shane. I'm going to give this question to you. How truthful is the Gateway pundit in your opinion?
It's back and forth with them, in my opinion. I mean, they put out some really good stuff, but they put out some stuff that I've seen Bongino just tear apart and prove wrong. So I'm not saying they're bad. Yeah,
I'm a Dan Bongino fan. If you guys want another great podcaster, but another news source, alternative news source, Dan Bongino flat puts it down. And I hope someday I get a good enough reputation that when we reach out to him and try to invite him to come on here at LWN, that he'll accept that invitation and come over here and give us a half hour of his time one night. It'd be an exciting night to have Dan Bongino here at LWN, and don't think that we haven't tried or we're not trying. He's on our list, and Denise is really good at what she does. So it's just a matter of time. God will send Dan Bongino here when it's time for Dan Bongino to show up. So pretty exciting. Go ahead, Shane.
Epoch Times is really good. I used to watch him all the time. They have a gentleman on there that he's been studying everything that goes on in China and the UK. His name is Joshua Phillips. That guy is so thorough. He's been doing it for like 20, 30 years. Yeah, 20, 25 years, I guess it was. But he's got every bit of information you want. He's got it. I mean, that's logged. He is phenomenal. Really good to watch for overseas information. I
like Tucker Carlson is another one I like. I know he's on Fox News, but I still like Tucker, man. I don't know. I think he's one of the best out of all the Fox personalities out there. Some other ones that my dad enjoys picking up, and it's Christian conservative. Okay, for all you out there who are looking maybe for some Christian conservative news, Victory News is one.
BCP that's you're really talking about?
What's that?
So the BCP, is that the one you're talking about? The black.
I don't know. No.
BCP is really good too. He's real good.
Okay. Well, that's different than Victory. So Victory News.
No, it's the one before that. The Christian one your dad likes.
I'm talking about Christian conservative news, and one of them would be Victory News.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, all right. You're confusing me. I'm like, I don't know that guy. So Victory News, CBN. My dad checks out CBN and Flashpoint. So those three right there, my dad really watches. And like I said, they're Christian conservative news channels. Thank you, Beth, for the super chat. Appreciate that. And we're just throwing ideas out there for you guys. Some of you may be writing this down. Maybe some of you are not. Black Conservative Patriot, I think, is what Karen put in there. Yeah, I have seen him, and he is really good, to be honest with you. BCP is Black Conservative Patriot. Yes, I have watched him.
Yeah.
I have watched him, and he is really good. Patriot Underground on Podbean. Now, Charlotte, I hope I said your name right. That popped up on my Podbean the other day, and I was going to check it out. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think that Patriot Underground is for a podcast? Because, yeah, Michael Savage. I used to listen to Michael Savage all the time, man. He is a good personality. He's on Podbean, he's on Spotify, he's on all the big channels as well. Another great conservative broadcast. Why? Let me see. So I missed one.
Yeah, someone asked a question: is why is Jeff
Oh,
B not
Jay,
in here
why
anymore?
why is Jeff B? Jeff B. I leave that up to him whenever he wants to come on. I've said this a million times. He was just on with us 2 times last week on Podbean. I can tell you right now, I can't speak for Jeff B, but I'm going to tell you what I think Jeff B um, likes. I'm speaking for him, and I probably shouldn't, but I really think that Jeff B likes to be over on Podbean where he doesn't have to talk in code. So when you get Jeff B over there, he doesn't have to come up with code words on what he's trying to say. And I think he's starting to kind of get used to it over there. And it's hard for him to come back over here on YouTube and then figure out how to talk in code. So that's only speculation on my part. I don't know if that's truly what is up with Jeff B. But I talked to him today, and he knows he's always got an open invitation here. So I think he's really starting to like Podbean, and he doesn't really want to come over here on YouTube. And I don't really blame him, because at times it is hard to sit here and try to figure out how I'm going to say something without getting taken down. So, yeah, I know a lot of people like David Rodriguez, Monkey Works. I like Monkey Works. I like David Rodriguez. I don't listen to him much anymore because I'm too busy, but David, well, former heavyweight champion of the world. Need I say any more? Right?
He sure punches
Right?
out the information.
Yeah, he does
Whatever it
punch out
may
the
be.
information. Blaze Press News. Yes. And now, Michael, is that the same as Blaze with Glenn Beck? Because I like that. I like that alternative news there. I get some of my information from Blaze, from Glenn Beck. I think they do a really good. I think they do a really good job. What else do we have in there? Well, thank you, Mark Roberts, for the compliment on Podbean. We really do try hard. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm trying to answer all your guys' questions, so answer this question for me. We have an episode that we do on Friday afternoons at 3, and it's called The 3 at 3. And it's me, and I'm going to change her name, Tammy Nation, to Tammy Hammer, and then Captain Finger. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, for those of you who have listened to The 3 at 3 on Fridays, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think that is? Do you guys enjoy that podcast? Because I enjoy doing it. Mark Levin, Mark Levin, the great Mark Levin. I used to listen to him every day. I enjoy that guy. He's another sharp as a whip, or sharp as a tack, knows the Constitution. He's actually a constitutional lawyer, I believe.
Speaking of the devil, did you see him go by?
Jeff B. Yeah, I saw Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll email him the link right now.
Right.
And if he wants to come up here, he can.
Yeah, I like OAN. So One American News. Yeah. I really like them.
We got a 1. I got a lot of 10s, and we got 1-1. All right. Well, sorry.
Everybody happy.
Sorry you feel that way. It's not for everybody.
Yep. It happens. Douglas V. Gibbs is good if you're ready to sit down and learn the Constitution. Yeah.
Who else is in the chat? Bill O'Reilly. I listen to Bill O'Reilly, or used to, every now and again. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan, But I think he had some decent things to say. I guess I didn't like the way that he presented it. So, and people don't like the way I present things either. So I totally understand it. We don't have to like everybody. We don't all have to agree on everything. David Jose. Yeah, David Jose, another good one.
Uh,
Put stuff out there.
I like Mike Huckabee. You need a good
Yeah.
chuckle and lose. He is comical. I like him.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not saying everything he says is true. I just really like him.
Newsmax. I watch Newsmax every once in a while. Stu Peters, definitely.
Yeah, Steve.
We'll
And like
we'll
I said,
try
I
to.
think Stu's from Canada.
Well, we're working on trying to get. He's on the list now. We're gonna try to get Stu to jump over here one of these nights and have him on. No guarantee on that, but we're definitely gonna try.
There's a lot of people ain't heard of the 3-on-3.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
So 3-on-3 is or 3-at-3 actually. It's 3-at-3. It's me and Shane and Tammy Nation at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Podbean. If you want to catch it live, you have to go to Podbean. If not, you can catch it on Spotify or Amazon Music later. But it's the three of us. Usually we come up with a really good topic, and the three of us all do separate homework, and then we bring our information to the conversation. And of course, like I said last Friday, it's the short bus. I'm driving the bus. Tammy is sitting in the seat behind me, squawking in my ear, while Shane's sitting behind her in the seat behind her, pulling on her pigtails. That's what it kind of seems like, anyway. And we have a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. It's pretty mellow and laid back. It's nothing like this show where I get all serious about stuff. I like to joke around on Podbean and have a great show. So yeah, Jeff B, let me put that up on screen. Yes, sir. 50 Jeff, we hit 5,607 subscribers today. So Jeff, so you can help spread the good word. We also made it in the top. We are now number 10 in the top 10 what is it called? The top podcast. So we're number 10 on the top podcast right now, Jeff B. And that is also all praise be to God, give him the glory. But that's also due to your help as well, Jeff, jumping over there on Podbean with us and helping us over there. So I got to give a shout out to Jeff B for all of his hard work and what he does and contributes to LWN. So thank you for that, Jeff.
I give him more shout outs if I didn't have to cover for him.
Well, when we did the Saturday, when we did the Saturday night episode, you were telling Jeff goodbye, and I just couldn't really repeat what you were saying. But oh yes, Scad Warrior 2, thank you. Let me put that up on screen. Ladies of Liberty, Thursday night is the best show on Thursday night, and we've got Scad Warrior 2, we got Mary Kay, and we got Tammy, aka the Hammer Nation, and they do a great show Thursday night for the ladies. If you've never seen Ladies Night, you should check it out. They're pretty mellow. They bring a lot of great information, intelligent conversation. They love to take live calls. Man, this is nothing but one very long running infomercial, it seems like, but I'm trying to answer you guys' questions. All right, what else do we have? What other questions do you guys have?
Mike, did we ever hear what was going on with Ken while we are going to pray for him? Wasn't it just for all the good things coming to him? Wasn't that what it was for?
What's that? I'm sorry?
For Ken Carson. When someone asked prayers for Ken, was it just for all the great things that's coming his way, or did he get sick or something? I hadn't heard.
I haven't heard anything about it. I can write him down. I have no idea. What if he's needing prayer, but I'll pray for him. No problem.
Remember at the first show, someone said prayers for Ken. So
no, the question was, why do I never pray for him?
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, because I got a text.
I pray for whoever needs prayer, and I don't know. He put something out. I think it was yesterday where all the good stuff was happening. So I didn't figure he needed immediate prayer, but if he does, I'll give it to him. Let's see. David Rogers' new channel, Rhino Nation. Yeah. Woo woo. He's got a new channel. And I believe he comes on before we do. Hey, I know some people don't like the woot woot, but I do. I think it's hilarious. Well, Jeff B saying Rhino Nation, so who knows? Jeff B might jump over there one day. The name on Podbean, prayers for Monkey. Yes, you're right. Monkey is not feeling well, so I will definitely pray for Monkey alongside Ken Carson. Please talk about your outdoor channel on Saturdays. All right, Melinda, I'll do that. Hold on just a second. I forgot about that too, man. See, I got so much going on.
Yeah, everybody's been asking about that.
Okay, so here's the deal with the with LWN Outdoors. I love that. It's kind of like it's therapy for me to take a break from politics and news and all the drama of the world that I'm constantly swimming in and reporting on, doing shows on. So we have a Saturday morning show. It starts at heck, man. It's been a few weeks since we've been on. Is it 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Shane? Is that the time? I can't remember. I believe it's 11.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay, so it is, yeah, because I was going on at 10 Central Time, and then I moved to Idaho. So the story with LWN Outdoors, that's my outlet, my therapy to go on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about the great outdoors. I'm a hunter. I'm a fisherman. We like to talk about hunting and fishing and the great outdoors, hiking to hot springs, hiking, camping, anything outdoors. I haven't done it for about 3 weeks now because before Christmas I was just overwhelmed with a bunch of other stuff I was working on, and my co-hosts were all off hunting. So I postponed it, and then the holidays hit, Christmas and New Year's, and the podcast is on Saturday, and both Christmas and New Year's both fell on Saturday. So I didn't do it on Christmas. I didn't do it on New Year's. And then last Saturday, I was just pretty tired from everything. So I didn't do it again last Saturday, but I am bringing it back probably this Saturday. And I take live callers. People call in. People send me photos of the fish that they've caught. It can be from any time period. Doesn't matter. They send me photos of hunting, of things that they've harvested. So it's just another really good Saturday show. We usually run for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I try to do an hour on fishing and an hour on hunting, and then everything in between. So if you guys want to join us on Saturdays, I think we're up to about 500 subscribers. You can find us on Facebook, and you can also find us here on YouTube, and it's under LWN Outdoors. So if you guys want to check that out, would love to have you. Would love to see some of your photos, have you call in and tell the stories. Just really neat. And again, that's where we're turning into a network where we're putting out more and more shows. So I got a cooking show coming as well, which will be done on Saturdays. So I'm trying really hard to put that all together. I've got a couple of people already who are interested in cooking with us. So just want to make sure that it's all set and ready to go before I put something out. And so we're working on that.
How long ago did we decide to do that?
The cooking show? I've been wanting to do the cooking show since last summer. Okay. I actually was going to do one before I even decided to do this. I was going to do a cooking show. And I can take you back to Facebook where I did do some cooking shows 2 years ago. I showed people how I made my homemade buttermilk biscuits, and I did a show where I made homemade salsa. So those were the two things that I enjoyed putting out on video. It's on Facebook. I'm sure I can find it if I really wanted to, but I don't know if I really want to show those.
I don't know. It's kind of like revisited.
Oh, I don't know. There's somebody that's on that cooking show with me that probably would not appreciate me putting that out to the public. So that probably is never going to happen. I don't
Well, get
want
those
to
TikTok
upset
things and change their
anybody.
face.
So,
Change their face
what's
with
that?
that TikTok app.
There you go.
Make them look
There you
like a
go.
Smurf or SpongeBob or something.
Well, I want to respect people's privacy, and I could probably blurt her face out, but I don't know. That wouldn't be a cool show to watch with a black dot on somebody's face. So I'll just do another one. I'll just do another cooking show where I show you how I make my buttermilk biscuits, and I'll do another one where I show you how I make my salsa. And the salsa was a big hit. A lot of people loved it. I've made my own barbecue sauce. There's lots of things. I actually used to own a restaurant for about 2 years. I've been through restaurant management. So that's just another thing that I do um, that I enjoy doing. So, what else do we got in there? Rhino Nation knows how to cook sagebrush. Okay. Um, I wonder how that would taste. A little sagey.
I like mine peppered.
Man, we got to okay. Listen, we got to get off the food, man. I'm gonna get hungry if we get into food talk here. I think we need to run away from food talk really quick, because you know how this always ends up. We get into food talk, and next thing you know, everybody gains 10 pounds just listening to it. So we probably should probably move on. I
Yeah,
did send Jeff. I did send Jeff the link, so if he wants to hop up, he always can. Do you cook with sage? Good spice. Um, I don't know. It's if you have too much of it, it tastes kind of nasty. So you got to be careful. Um, certain spices you definitely got to be careful of. I know. What is it? The Italian. I got this Italian spice as well. If you use too much of it, it's just bleh. So I use Johnny's. That's probably my favorite thing to use. I use some trigger stuff too, but Johnny's is definitely something that I'm very familiar with. Sometimes just salt and pepper is all you need, to be honest with you. Black and white, black and white, black and white.
yeah. And there's some stuff you can buy down here, and I'm not kidding about the name. It's called Oh Shit, and they sell it in like our. The funny place is they sell it in our feed store, but it's spices for barbecue, and they got. You're not gonna believe this, but it's called. There's one called Oh Shit. There's one called Chicken Shit. There's one called. And the guy that owns this store, his son runs it now, and the old man goes, "We're not putting that on our shelves. Can you believe a little old lady coming here and buying that?" And he says it wasn't. The old man
boy.
says it wasn't. 15 minutes later, an old lady coming there, an 80-year-old lady coming there and going, "You're out of chicken shit. We need more chicken shit." She says that is the best to
Oh,
cook
man.
with. I'm not kidding. I'll go get a bottle.
Woo.
Just saying.
Wow, I don't know if I could use that. So Shane's going to show us. I'm going to just believe him when he says that is definitely the label. Any other questions, you guys? And I'll drop the link. Rosemary is good in black olive stew. Okay, well, um, I like to make deviled eggs too. Has anybody ever had smoked deviled eggs? I've smoked some deviled eggs once. That was actually pretty good. Oh, cornbread is actually cornbread bread is good. Oh, so I did talk to Travis, just so you guys know, the search for truth. Oh yeah, there it is. You ain't kidding.
Listen to this. And this is the company name. It's made by the Big Cock Ranch.
No,
It's a division of Disparity Ranch. And this is true stuff. And I mean, it's good stuff to cook with. It's really good. It's got recipes on both sides. It's really good. I thought it was a joke too, but no, they can't keep it on the shelves down here. Everybody's buying it.
really.
Yeah.
Really? Well,
really
you know what? If you ever feel the need to ship me something, Shane, you could ship me your favorite one, and I'll try it out on my grill this summer for sure. So, Some of you, Travis, the search for truth one is in chat, and he has actually done a couple of videos where him and his brother or brother-in-law or cousin or roommate or best friend or whoever, they're both smoke masters, and I kind of tend to think that I can also smoke some delicious meals as well. But I asked Travis the other day if he'd be interested in doing one of those cooking shows for me, where he shows us him cooking or smoking, sorry. And he said he definitely would. So we're going to put some of those shows together for you guys and bring it here to you at LWN. You know, I got over 2 feet of snow outside of my house here, and all I could think about today, because I heard in our team meeting somebody started talking about spring, and all I could think about was this snow melting out here and getting to spring. So I'm going to ask the question to chat. I like winter. I like the snow. I like to go snowboarding and skiing and make snowmans and all that fun stuff. But about this time of year, I'm ready for the snow to melt away and get to spring and see the nice green grass and the warmer temperatures. So, how many of you in the chat are ready for spring? Give me a one. One in the chat if you are ready for spring today to happen. Shane has already given us the number one. Bonnie, I have competed in some cook-offs before at work. I've done chili cook-off. I have had cook-offs on ribs, and I haven't lost one of those yet in the ones I've competed in. So that doesn't mean I can't be beat. It just means the ones that I've competed in, I haven't been beat yet. So it looks like everybody's ready for spring. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Winter is always long, at least in the states I've ever lived in. It's never been short. Down in the valley, though, in Boise Valley, it starts getting warmer a lot quicker. And I think so. Let me ask this question. People in Florida cannot play this game, all right, because you guys probably mow your grass all year round, because it's probably green all year round. So these are only for states who have more than just one season of summer. For the states that have a fall and a winter, I will ask the question, what is the earliest that you have ever mowed your yard? And I believe in the Boise Valley, spring hit early one year. I think the earliest I ever mowed my yard because if you mow it once, it kind of like gets the whole thing started. I think I mowed it either the very end of February or the 1st of March, because I was ready for green grass. So I'm just wondering, anybody who actually has fall seasons, what's the earliest you've ever mowed your yard? I'm seeing February, March, and April. April, February. All right.
April's real big. It's occasionally here in Oklahoma we'll be able to mow. Now it's not very often because it is still so cold, but there is times that it's April.
Mm-hmm. How about this one? What is the hottest temperature that you've ever had in one day anywhere in the world that you've ever been? And I know people probably in the Phoenix area have probably beat us all. The hottest day here in Idaho that we've ever had on a record day for me personally, it was early that year too. It was June of 2015. I believe in June of 2015 we hit 111. Now that we hit 124 from Professor Falcon. Holy crap. 125 degrees in Phoenix. I told you Phoenix would bring it. 126. 111 degrees is not uncommon for Idaho. It's just uncommon in June. Usually we don't hit temperatures like that until August. So that hot temperature came very early in the year in June, and it was very uncommon. And I was in the middle of a project, and it was miserable hot. But the good thing about Idaho is it's a very dry heat. There's very little humidity, so I could go crawl under a shade tree and cool off, or jump in the river and cool off. Now I was in Texas one year. I think it was 2009. I was in Texas, and I was down there in the end of January, 1st of February. It hit 85 degrees. Now, I'm a country boy from Idaho. I'm used to dry desert, hot, high desert heat. It was hard for me to get used to coming home from work, taking a shower. As soon as I stepped out of the shower, I was already sweating again. I wasn't used to the humidity. So, God bless y'all who live in those states with the humidity, because that was something a little bit hard for me to get used to.
Yeah, I seen one in there that said 126 in Bullhead, Arizona. Yeah, I was in Laughlin, Nevada, which is the river that year. So yeah,
Gotcha. Well, I got a fun little game that we can play and I'm gonna see if anybody can beat me. And you can't lie; you got to tell the truth.
I got to step away a second. I'll be listening, but I got to step away a second.
All right. So let's play. Let's go on the reverse of that. I want to see if anybody can honestly, and I mean honestly, beat me. What is the coldest temperature you've ever been in on record on any given day? Oh, 130 in Afghanistan. Yeah, that's hot, brother. That is hot. What is the coldest day that you have ever been outside on record, any place in the world? What is the coldest day for you? And I know some of you already know. I've said it a few times what the coldest day for me was, and I'll wait until I see some of them pop up in chat. Minus 40. Okay. We'll see what else we get in the chat there. I'll give you mine, and then I'm going to drop the link and let you guys call in. Minus 25, minus 1, 24 degrees, riding horses, -8, -25, -27 today in Ontario, Canada. Whoo! Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? -40 below. All right. -45, Tamra. That is cold. -30 in Island Park. Yes, Liz Grizz. Island Park gets very cold. I used to drive through there all the time. 45 degrees below in Lethbridge, Alberta, with wind chill. -57, Rainbow Lake, Alberta, 1973. Rolling. Wow, that is cold. -50 with wind chill. Debbie. All right. What else do we got? -70 in Virginia. Come on, Scad Warrior 2. -30 at the mill. Yes, Hooch Pooch. I remember working up at the sawmill, that same place that you worked, and I think -45 one winter, and that was cold up there. -47 North Slope of Alaska. Richard, all right, you worked on the North Slope. I got lots of friends. I bet you, Richard, we probably know some of the same people. I've got a lot of buddies that worked on the North Slope up there. John says -50 with -75 wind chill in Plattsburgh, New York. Holy crap. I don't know if that's red. That might be red. History and a hot dog says -75 with wind chill factor, Chicago, January 99 to 2000. Ooh, buddy. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and concede to you guys. I'm going to concede and say that you two got me beat. So the coldest that I've ever worked, and all I really did for work is we showed up and it was so brutal cold that we worked on just staying inside the truck. And the truck, it was so cold outside, we didn't have cardboard in front of the grill, so the truck wasn't even warm, hot. We had our full gear on inside the truck, and you could see our breath inside the truck because it was so stinking cold. And that was in Crosby, North Dakota, right at the Canadian border. It was -70 degrees. Now, I have worked in -65-degree weather in northern North Dakota up by the Canadian border. And that was the absolute worst day I think I've ever had as far as cold. It was just absolutely brutal cold. So when we got to -70 up in Crosby, we threw the towel in. We said, nah, we're good. So the oil company paid us to stay on site in case the rig went down, and I prayed I don't think I've ever prayed so hard in my life that something didn't break down because I did not want to get out there and work in negative 70-degree weather. It's no fun. It's no fun. And North Dakota is not fun in the wintertime. It is just brutal cold. I spent a decade in North Dakota, and in 10 years, I probably spent 7 out of those 10 years up there working in the wintertime. So just really cold, cold, cold weather. All right. Well, thanks for sharing with us, folks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the link. Anybody wants to hop up here real quick, say hello, make a comment. I know we kind of went off the rails tonight. I had a plan on a show that we were going to talk about negative 50 in Fargo. Yep. I've been in Fargo when it was that cold. Laurie H. Very, very cold. Yeah, North Dakota is a whole nother beast, man. I'm telling you, I've been in some cold places. Wyoming, okay, I spent a couple of winters in Wyoming, and I can tell you Wyoming is very comparable to North Dakota, but the places in Wyoming I went to is about a negative 30, negative 32, negative 40. Working out in that stuff in North Dakota was no pleasure. Really had to pay attention not to get frostbite on your nose, your cheeks, your fingertips, your ear tips, and your toes. They didn't care about any of the other body parts that might have froze and fell off, but we had to pay attention to our nose, our cheeks, our ear tips, our fingertips, and our toes. And Wyoming was the start of my career in the industrial world. And then that led me around the country and then back up to North Dakota, where I was real close to getting frostbite a couple times. All right, we got our first caller. Let's bring David in. Woot woot. How you doing, David?
Whoop whoop. What's up, Mike? What's up, Sean? How you doing? Mike, did you know you had a baby? It's called the Rhino Nation. Big baby, but it's a little baby.
I did kind of hear that through the grapevine this afternoon, David. I did hear
that. We had a little technical difficulties, but it's not too bad for the first time playing with Realstream.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's probably because you're not my baby. You're probably Trainwreck Travis's baby because he likes to have.
Oh, the train's got to drop us off so we can run through the forest, munch on a little sagebrush, tastes like crap. Got to watch out for stepping on them meat hammers because they mess up your hoofs. You know how it goes.
Oh, it's just another day at the office. So what time do you come on, David?
We're trying to go on at 5 o'clock, so we piggyback into you, and then we just piggyback onto the Travis's show. So we kind of got like a monopoly.
All right. Well, hopefully people, if you've got the link, I can drop it for you, and we'll see if people can jump over there if they enjoy the woot woot and the conversation. So.
Oh, we're like you. We'll talk about anything.
It's fun to change it up every once in a while. Talking
about the
same old thing all the time gets a little old.
I mean, we'll talk about anything. Sky is a flat, ground, a pyramid, whatever. Who knows?
Denise, the Earth is round. Just so you know, I have to say that every once in a while. She likes it.
I think it's a pyramid. I think it's a pyramid. I'm going. I think it's a pyramid. Yeah,
it could be a pyramid.
I think Shane's sitting on top of it, though. That's what it is. Shane's the sun. See that head? See that head?
I think it's upside down.
Yeah, that could work too.
Do you take live callers, David?
Yeah. Well, see, that was the main issue today, is I couldn't get the link to drop. It's my fault because I didn't know. I guess I didn't read through about the whole book on Restream. I couldn't get the link to drop. I was trying my tail off, but it'll be fixed by tomorrow.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if I have time, I'll jump over there and check you out.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Mike. Don't want to take up all your time. Thanks, Shane. Hope you're feeling better.
What's the name of your channel there again, David? People are asking, what's the name of your channel again? It's Rhino Nation.
It's Rhino Nation, one word. The Rhino is capitalized and so is the nation, but it's all one word.
All right, Rhino Nation.
If you search for it, it's about halfway down the page. It's got a big orangish yellow rhino with a horn and a snorting look on his face. You'll see it.
Like the one that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, right. It's the same as the one that's on the screen now. It's my avatar.
All right. I'll check it out, man.
Cool. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Yep. Thank you, David. Thanks
Have a
for the
nice
call.
night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You stirred
All
up
right.
The chat.
Well, what's that?
You stirred up the chat. It's round.
Did
it's
I?
flat. It's round. It's flat. I don't care. I'm just glad I'm still on it, no matter what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if it's round, flat, or a pyramid. I'm just glad I'm still here. So it could be an octagon. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, I guess. I just like saying that to Denise. Because she always pokes at me every chance she gets. She always says, "Hey, Mike, just so you know, the Earth is flat." So I'll tell her every time, the Earth is round, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really accomplish anything on what we have to try to accomplish. So I don't pay much attention to it. Everybody has their own opinion of it. The only way that I'm ever going to prove if it's round or flat is to be able to get on one of those rockets and fly either up and look down and see it's flat, or circle around it in the gravitational pool, and then I'll know that it's round. I don't know.
And here's the problem. Even if
We
you
got
did
another
that to
caller.
one person, and the only thing is when you get back here and tell everybody what you've seen, you're still gonna have people on both sides going, you're either full of crap or yeah, you're right. So it doesn't matter. I really don't know that I want to know
really
the truth.
matter.
Nah, as long as I'm still
Yeah.
on it and not in it, I'm good.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's bring Lori in, our next caller. This is Lori from Florida. How are you, Lori?
Okay. I don't really have anything to say, but I wanted to say hello to you guys and to everybody in the chat. I think all these shows you're doing, Mike, are excellent. I love them all. I'm just not available during the day now, but I catch them when I get home. But hopefully that
thank
will
you,
only
Lori.
last about
Appreciate it.
another month, and then I'll be back on viewing you live.
Awesome.
Yes, I love the news. That's you crack me up. Poopy
I
pants.
try to bring it whenever I can.
Poopy pants Biden. Yeah.
I try to bring a little bit of humor to it. I'm
Oh,
not as
yeah.
funny as some of those guys out there, but I try.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to try. You're great. Shane, you are too.
Have you caught Shane's late night show yet?
Yes. Yes, I did. It's very laid back. It's a great show for Sunday night when you don't have nothing to
Yep.
do and you don't belong on the regular mainstream and you can't find anything on the
Absolutely.
our regular YouTube stuff. Yeah, I love it. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for the
thank
call
you.
in, Lori. We appreciate it.
well, I love calling in, but tonight I really don't have that much to say. Only compliments to you guys.
Well, thank you.
Well, we take that anytime you want to give them.
Okay. Well, I love you guys and I love everybody in the chat. And hi, Jeff B. Special hi to you. I love you on Podbean. I think that's a great place also, Mike. I love that. I just love it because then you don't have to be skirting around the issues. All right.
Yep.
I'll
I think
let you
Jeff
go.
P loves it too. So,
I know.
all right. Thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Love
Love you. Bye.
All right, let's bring in the next caller. I don't know about this guy. I'm afraid if I let him in, he might cause a train wreck. So let's bring in Trainwreck Travis. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm here for the train wrecks, brother. Hey, I just wanted to call. I think the cooking show is a great idea, but I wanted to challenge cook-off in Tennessee in May.
Careful what you wish.
You know what? You're challenging me
To a cook-off.
Okay, okay. Okay. All right. What's the cooking gonna be? What are you cooking?
Pick what you want. Take your
Okay,
favorite dish. I'll take mine. You take your favorite dish. I'll take
till
mine,
May.
and we'll both swap. You cook one. We cook the same thing. I have to cook yours, and you have to cook mine.
Bingo.
Oh,
Bingo.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's a
it'll be
challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say this. I will accept the challenge. I will accept the challenge as long as we can make our schedules work, which I'm pretty sure we can.
Sure.
So I accept your challenge. I accept it.
All right. If we can't do it in May, somewhere we want to get together and do it, because I think it would just be great. And I've never been to a bad cook-off.
No, never. Noah turns 10 years old on the 23rd of May, and he gets out of school in May. So we'll have to do it like right after he gets out of school, and then maybe we'll do Noah's birthday on the road, and we'll have this cook-off, and we'll try to we'll invite Jeff B. We'll invite as many people as we possibly can to show up, and we'll see what happens.
My birthday's the 20th. I'm going to celebrate with him.
That may have to be our
awesome
1 year, like we did in Mount Rushmore. That may have to be our meeting place for that this year.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, Shane. That's not a bad idea. So I
That's
guess
why
we're gonna have to talk. Shane's the brains of the operation, if you couldn't tell. We'll have to talk off air about this. We'll have to talk off air about this and see where we can maybe find a campground or some lodging or something close for anybody who might want to join us. And like Shane said, last year, for those of you who maybe weren't around before the 4th of July last year, we had a camp out on the 4th of July at Mount Rushmore last year, which was a totally amazing time. We got to meet Scad Warrior 2 and Christine and Jeff Riddle and his wife, Michelle. Shane showed up and Mandy showed up and Liz Grizz and Mike showed up. I know I'm gonna miss somebody. I promise I don't mean to. Deanna showed up. Elaine showed up with her 2 boys. There was about 24 of us total. And
Riddle, Lee Grid.
Yep. Yep. So we want to do a camp out once a year, and so what Shane is suggesting is maybe make this May trip the camp out and do a cook-off at the same time. So, and even see my friend Skip, you guys can't see it because it's on Facebook, but Skip's got 350 acres here in our little town outside of our town, and he just said you can always have my ranch. So we could do a big camp out right there on his ranch. He's always offered stuff like that, so that could be fun too here in Idaho.
That's going to have to be midsummer because it's too damn cold up there otherwise.
Well, we could do it next week in 2 feet of snow if you guys would like. Hey, Skip, I know he's listening right now. How much snow do you have out there, Skip? Do you have at least 2 feet?
4 foot drifts.
Yeah, see, Scad Warrior, she had a fun time with us, and Scad and I, Elaine and Christine, we all went on that helicopter ride too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, common sense. Yeah, it was a bunch of us.
Yep,
27, I think, was what we counted.
Was there 27?
Yep.
It was a good time. Oh, Lee was there too.
Yeah, Lee Grant
from Texas. Yep. Lee showed up from Texas.
He drove up from Houston.
Yeah. See, we had 3-inch on flats, 3-inch or 3 feet. 3 inches don't seem like a whole lot, Skip, but 3 feet, I believe.
Yeah, I don't want to wait too for the smoker. I'm out on that.
You can just build the smoker right in the snow. You don't even have to carry one up there. It'd be like an igloo.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a cook-off. Plus, we're going to have a fish off, right? So whoever catches the biggest fish. And are we going with Nelson?
Oh yeah, of course. You've got to meet. All you've got to meet Wad. This man is nuts. He is so much fun.
We're going to need a KOA, Mike.
Yeah, no, we'll find something. We'll work something out, and we'll get you guys updated on it. I know we talked about putting this together this month, actually in January. Start making plans on it. So I guess Travis just he kind of just lit a fire under our ass to say, hey, let's do this. Let's make some plans, put it together so people have plenty of time. I know last year before the 4th of July, Shane and I kind of talked about it in June, and it didn't give a lot of people time to make plans or to ask for time off from work. Some people said, darn it, I've already used up my vacation for the summer. So I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. We're going to put this together. So if you've got time that you can take off from work, vacation time, and stuff like that, we are planning an LWN camp out again this year somewhere here in the United States. And you're all invited. And we're going to plan it a little better than we did last year. I've got some better ideas this year. So it was a lot of fun, and we got to meet a lot of great people.
Pamela Howard, you say you can't make noises at a KOA. You can if you rent the whole damn KOA because there's no one there to complain. And they usually got a hotel right next door, too.
I know some
So
people.
that's what we're looking at.
I know people there. So we will. I'll reach out down there too because I know people in the area. We'll find us something that'll fit our needs.
So this was my plan so that we ensure that we could get it all. And I it may even be too late because I know a lot of people they start renting those things even a year in advance. So we really got to check this out. What I wanted to do was have LWN rent the whole KOA campground lodge, everything, get all the rooms, all the spaces, and then anybody who wanted to go could just they could buy the space from us. And I'm not doing it to make any money. I charge you the same price of what we paid for it, so we're not tacking on anything extra to make money. We just wanted to buy the whole thing to ensure that we got the whole thing. So that's why I want to buy out the whole KOA so that nobody else can come in and buy any spots up. And then that way, once we have secured them all, then you guys can reach out to us. You can pick a spot and reserve it for yourself. And then that way we could all stay in the same spot. Because what happened last year was there was 27 of us in a third stayed in one town, and a third stayed in another town, and a third stayed in another town. And it was really hard to get together because we were always having to travel to meet up with each other, which wasn't horrible. But we want to make it a whole lot easier. And if we get like a KOA, we don't even have to drive really. We can just have a nice camp out where we all kind of get to, be around the campfire and cook out and do all the fun stuff. And, last year we were prodding Shane really hard to bring his brother and his sound equipment. Cause from what I hear, Bobby has a set of pipes on him, and he can sing. And we're going to do some live music and just, kick back and have a good time.
That'd be that sounds like a blast. I know the cookout we did over at our neck of the woods was awesome. Everybody had a really good time over there.
So if we were to decide on the area that you're talking about, because I know a lot of people are thinking that we mean Idaho. I don't think Idaho is going to work this year for us, but you're talking about around the Tennessee area, right?
Nashville area.
Nashville. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'd love to go to Nashville. I'm not. Okay.
Well, we need to
so that kind
of a couple days of it, because I'd love to go to Nashville again too. Actually, if we give if we'll give Nelson enough setup, he'll hook us up with some pretty famous people, and we'll get to go fishing with them.
Oh, that sounds like a blast. Well, I'm not going anywhere for just a day or two. So when I plan this, I think what we'll do is just black out a whole week. We'll just do a whole week camp out. If you can go the whole week, that's great. If you can't, if you can just do 2 or 3 days, you can still reserve a spot, and we'll make it work one way or another. We'll make it work. And I see Gigi's in the chat. Hi, Gigi. I don't want this to just be just for the United States either. I mean, anybody in any country, our Canadian brothers and sisters, I know Mary's in Mexico. She wants to come up from Mexico and join us. Anybody that wants to join can join. It's not just for the United States.
If they need a ride, if somebody even needs a ride and it's in my area, I'll be glad to come by and pick somebody up. It's a
Well,
straight
I
drive.
want to go on one more further to say too. It's not just for LWN people either. It's for anybody that wants to come hang out with us, see what we're all about, and just get to know us and have a good time.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It ain't just for LWN. This is for anybody out there that's a patriot. Want to come hang out and have a good time? Let's get her done.
Absolutely. Rhonda, great question. I've never been to the East Coast, and I definitely want to go to the East Coast. We're planning on doing this every year, so it's going to be in a different spot every year. So if you can't make it this year because it's too far away, I guarantee you eventually we will make it close enough for you guys. So maybe 2023 we're somewhere over on the East Coast, because I want to go to the East Coast. I'd like to see the East Coast. So maybe we're in Florida next year, or somewhere further north on the East Coast. And then we'll be over here on the West Coast in Oregon or California or something like that. So, and we may end up doing more than one a year. So you just never know what we're going to do. I just know that we need to plan one here soon, so people have plenty of time to plan that out, make arrangements at work, make arrangements for animals, save up their money, all that great stuff. So yeah, I'd love to go to Maine. I'd love to have a camp out in Maine because I think it's beautiful in Maine. So anyway, just some things that we're tossing around.
Yeah, they're all summer. I plan on doing a lot of traveling. Me and David are going to get together and go grifting. Grifting train's going to run around.
Awesome.
I'm almost there. I got a few more things to do. Have 2 trucks running. If I get that done,
well, thank you for all the invites.
Will be everywhere.
Yeah, Debbie Atkins, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm working on that, Lori. I just got so many things that I'm doing right now. I got to get back to planning that out. But yes, I am planning on doing that. So at Grifter Express, that's what we should write on the side of the truck.
We'll put a rhino on the front of it.
There you go. All right. Well, I think that's probably about enough for tonight, gentlemen.
All right. Sounds good. We'll talk if we can pull it off, man. I think it'll be an awesome time. And it'd be great to meet the people. Everybody that I've met from here were just so kind, and we laughed and we giggled and we had so much fun.
Absolutely. Are you going on tonight?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give David some pointers tonight on how he can't
how to crash it.
Hey man, he hit the wall head on today. I was proud of him. He lost his microphone.
You know, I always say it's time to land the plane, and Shane always says, "Let's crash this thing."
And I want to hit something hard. I don't want to limp away.
All right. Well, you guys check him out. It's the Search for Truth 1, channel 1. If you guys want to check Travis out after the show.
Now the cooking stuff.
But I think I'm gonna.
Mike, the brisket stuff we did on the other one.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna pray us out, gentlemen.
All righty.
I want to pray us out. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for just a great evening of talking to the chat, having callers, Lord, and just nice, relaxing, chilled evening. I appreciate that. Lord, I pray for Ken Carson tonight, whatever is his needs, Lord. I don't know what his situation is, but I just pray that you bless him, that you lift him up and keep him safe, Lord, in his journey, whatever direction it is that he's deciding to take. Lord, I also pray for Monkey tonight. I know that he is definitely not feeling well. He's feeling ill, Lord, and we just pray your healing hand to touch Monkey tonight, lift him up, restore him back to his original health, Lord, so he can get back to his family, taking care of them, and back to his programming, and the things that he enjoys to do. Lord, I just pray over our audience tonight as we're tossing some amazing ideas around for how we can get together this summer and connect on a personal level and get to enjoy meeting each other, shaking hands and eating wonderful food that Travis is going to make for me, Lord. I just really appreciate that. It's not going to help my diet, but that's okay. Lord, I just thank you for all your blessings for all these channels in your son's precious name. Amen and amen.
Amen.
All right, Trav. Well, thanks for jumping up. We'll be checking you out tonight to see how it goes over there on the train wreck.
On the train wreck, yep. Brick wall coming near you.
Soon.
All right, gentlemen. Have a
If you
great
don't
night.
mind, I'd like to put out a shout out real quick. If you don't mind, Mike.
Yeah.
If get a chance, also check out Gigi's Unhinged and Court, wherever the hell she's called
Unhinged.
this week. Okay, wherever she's called this week. And then don't forget to check out Bonnie's. So two other good channels to check out too. Travis and Bonnie and Gigi, all three are great channels. So check them out.
Yes,
guys.
they are. We have a great time on all three of them, and they come on at different hours, close to each other, but they come on at different hours. So they all have a good time and some good laughs. It's definitely a lot more laid back than here. So if you guys like to just kind of hang out, chill out, not have to worry about too much, those shows definitely provide that for you. So if you want to reach out to us, if you guys want to check out our merchandise that we have in our store, you can do that at libertywarriornation.com. It also has our scheduled shows on there too. So if you're interested in the broadcasting that we're talking about and all the different dates and times that we come on, that's all on libertywarriornation.com. It has our full schedule up there right now, so it's easy to find. It has links to a lot of our shows, so it makes it easy to find. So you guys can check us out there, libertywarriornation.com. And we will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern right here for Daily Devotions with LW. And we'll be back on tomorrow evening as well, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain. And Shane?
Oh, you fly Pacific?
There you go. All right. Love you all. Have a great night.
Good night.
Hoping for a sincere performance, but open to finding the moment, to finding out where I'm headed now. Looking for a sign of disaster, so I can make it there faster. I'm weighing the consequences out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, but I see colors that are breaking from the other side, the other side. When I make mountains out of summer trails, when I buckle under all the details, I'll keep going till I make it to the other side, the other side. Can you tell me the secret of how you can take it or leave it? How you can blend in with the crowd? I'm so scared, so damn afraid to look. I'm so sick of talking. I'm wearing the words out, words out. I can see in all directions. It's all open to interpretation, the back of my